gangster? This week we getting hedonistic with the picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. Up in 19th century London, an artist named Basil just finished his masterpiece, a portrait of some fine-looking stud named Dorian Gray. His boy Lord Henry be all like, damn, that boy is fine. When Dorian rolls in to peep game at his painting, Lord Henry start preaching to Dorian about how a pretty boy like him ain't gonna stay pretty forever. So he gotta drop being all virtuous and chase them pleasures of the flesh while he still got it. Dorian seems like he did, so he takes his portrait home and starts chilling with Lord Henry on the reg. A month later, Dorian tells Lord H that he got himself a new dame, some actress named Sybil, and like that, Dorian wanna put a ring on it. It's all good till one night Dorian takes his boys to see Sybil shaking on stage, but she be straight tripping. Sybil's so bad that Dorian be all like, the f girl? But Sybil says she's so in love with his fine ass that she don't care about acting no more. But Dorian ain't dealing with no has-beens and dumps her ass right then and there. Dorian comes home and notices that his portrait changed somehow, and now it got a nasty sneer all up on his mug. When word comes that Sybil done iced herself, Dorian decides he don't give a f no more and gonna lock that portrait upstairs and devote himself to lusty living. Years pass and word on the street is that even though Dorian's still young and fine, he been up to some scandalous shit. One day he runs into Basil, who say that a lot of hoods be talking mess about his rep. Basil say, is it for real? Then Dorian takes Basil back to his crib where he lets the painting do the talking. And that thing, all jacked up now. Dorian gets so riled up at the thought of his ruined image that he grabs a knife and shanks Basil. That fool dead. Later, Dorian hits up Lord Henry and tell him that he done with all that hedonistic garb, but Lord Henry just think he playing and don't pay him no mind. Then Dorian goes up to the portrait to see if it's changed now that he want to be righteous, but that ugly-ass mug is nastier than ever. After hearing a big-ass thump, Dorian's servants run upstairs where they see a wrinkly-ass corpse and a portrait of young Dorian looking all fine. Ain't that a bitch? Now, back before this story dropped in the 1890s, Wilde was beefing with his tight-ass publishers who weren't digging all the steamy bro-on-bro action. It wasn't until 2011 that the uncensored TypeScript hit the streets. But why these haters gotta hate, man? Cause on the real, most homies say Wilde just laying down a morality tale. See, Dorian's mind always warring between two philosophies, of either living the moral life or saying, man, f that mess and chase all them human temptations. Since Basil's always getting his tighties all bunched up over Dorian's purity, he repping the moral side. Whereas Harry's dirty self repping the wild side of humanity that only care about intensity of feeling. To Harry, Dorian ain't nothing more than a choice piece of meat. As Dorian keeps sinking into Henry's whack-ass hedonism, the portrait gets fugglier and fugglier, like it's his soul telling him he done f***ed up and chose the wrong path. That's one of the reasons his hiding spot bothers him so much. Every moment of his lonely childhood came back to him as he looked round. He remembered the stainless purity of his boyish life, and it seemed horrible to him that it was here that the fatal portrait was to be hidden away. But what Dorian don't see is that nothing's simple as good and evil. It ain't just his vices that he's trying to hide from the world, it's also a part of himself. Like Wilde himself said, all excess, as well as all renunciation, brings its own punishment. Truth is, if you're trying to say that life is all about purity or sin, or the body and the soul, then you straight tripping. Cause what's really fucking up Dorian's game is that he thinks he's gotta choose one or the other. Fool needs to realize that a real player embraces all those things. Like Dorian say, each of us has heaven and hell in them. Hey, thanks for checking me out. Make sure you embrace your inner thug and press subscribe. Peace.